Hi, it's Teresa Turner with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Beach Properties of Florida. And today I am here with my friend Steve Sanders, who is president of Sanders Beach Rentals here on 30A. And Steve has been in the vacation rental business here for 18 years.
18 years.
Yeah.
On the coast.
And so he knows everything there is to know about vacation rentals here at the beach. And so, we've been through a lot here this past year. And so, at the end of 2019, we ended up having a really good year with vacation rentals and real estate here at the beach. And then we started out with a good 2020.
Absolutely.
And then we got the notice about the short-term rentals being on lockdown there for a while. So how did you feel when that happened?
It's and thanks so very much for having me in this session, Teresa. I think the big thing is that, and we've all heard it so much in our lives, is that we didn't see it coming.
That's for sure.
And I don't care what type of business you're in, from a restaurant to property management to real estate. None of us saw what the new norm was for us in the year 2020. And I guess to put it in just something that we all can relate to, it was all of us in any type of business, again, was like being on one big roller coaster. We were up and down the entire year.
We were.
And fortunately, like the ride, you get to the tail end of the ride and it's so much fun and great results produced. And that's the way it was for property management, for real estate. But it was adapting to our new norm, because you're exactly right. We all, in every business, I think, started off with very high expectations in January of 2020 and February, and then you're right, it shut down, and then we all went into a mode of, every one of us, what next?
So then it opened back up right around Memorial Day, as I remember, in May. And so as we were opening back up, we were just kind of cautiously walking back into it. And but your rentals, all of a sudden, they just started picking up.
And I think what we saw then and what we've seen in property management and real estate and continuing on today is that once the governor released the executive order to start being able to rent again, and restaurants were open more and things, all of a sudden people just flocked this area more than normal.
And I couldn't believe how many people stay here for so long.
Right.
Usually we were having our vacation rental turns like on a weekly basis. And then all of a sudden I'm trying to show properties and you're telling me that they're there for a month.
Yeah, and I think that's the characteristic that last year started, that we're seeing also in 2021, Teresa, is the fact that, one, there's more pressure, and you've seen it from the real estate side on folks, because you and I were having a conversation the other day that you were dealing with clients out of Chicago that are hearing about this area, and they're contacted you and they're wanting to come down. We've seen it with people that normally would fly somewhere or go on a cruise. The drivable market, the Georgia markets like Atlanta, the Nashville markets, the Houston, the Dallas markets, those people are still coming, but there are others now that are coming in too. And so we've seen a couple of things at 2020 that's really escalated in 2021. And the first one is you're exactly right. They're staying longer.
They are.
They're staying a lot longer, which is throwing, everybody in sort of a turmoil of, again, refocusing and recalibrating. The second one is that in the 18 years that Sanders Beach has been in business, we've seen more people long-term book so much farther in advance. We have several dollars already on the books for people that have booked spring break 2022, 4th of July 2022, Thanksgiving, Christmas of next year. And that's what's amazing. And out of all the 18 years that we've been in business, 2021 has set those records more than all the other years combined.
That is really surprising. I knew people were booking, way in advance now, because when people contact me about, who should they call for a vacation rental, I tell them, I say, you need to book now. And then they're always surprised when they circle back to me and they say, everything's booked. What am I going to do?
Absolutely.
And so I didn't even realize they were going out to 2022 now.
That's been the thing, besides just whether again, you're in real estate or property management or, you know, in a normal type business that we all are so fortunate to visit down here, is that people are looking out so much farther. And it's good that they do, because you're exactly right. The demand on property management rentals, places that people can come right now, are just far surpassing, really, like the real estate inventory is supply and demand on what's out there today, you know.
Well, the real estate inventory, remember when the shutdown first happened here and you'd go to the grocery store and there was no toilet paper on the shelves?
Right.
Well, that's what it's like with real estate right now. You know, we had such a great year of selling properties last year, but this year our new challenge is finding new properties to sell.
Yeah.
And so, but the vacation rental business definitely drives our local economy here. It's a big, important part of our local economy. And I know in talking with people that are in these other areas, sometimes they just can't really wrap their head around that.
Yeah, you know, you would think that when you drive down through this beautiful area that we all get to call home and we visit and we see every day, that you see buildings and homes and condos coming up, and you think, well, there's plenty of room to stay.
Right.
But we don't take in consideration, and others haven't comprehended it yet, that this market now, with what's going on, and people from Chicago, like we talked about, that you've been dealing with, or Houston, Texas, or Atlanta, Georgia, they're just zeroing in on such a great area that's still a great value, beautiful area here, but the supply and demand of what people are developing into their new norm is changing everybody's business.
It really is. So what do you see happening for this year?
What we wound up, and we were certainly very, very blessed that we had a great year considering where we got stopped at and started back. And I didn't think really that what we saw could ever get any better. I really expected in January, now that we're into the little past the halfway point in the first quarter of 2021, for it to sort of settle back in. And I was totally wrong. And what's taken place now is the fact that it's gone from double digits to triple digits.
Really?
Over last year. If you take the upcoming holiday of the Easter week that's coming, there's a long list of individuals, families that we wish we could take care of. And it's not only at Sanders Beach, it's at other property management companies.
Right.
And once again, it goes back. So what we're seeing coming about again is, one, the market as a whole is changing because of the influx of drivable market, plus the addition of others now that have joined that.
Right.
We see what, just as you said, and I think another key factor exactly is like you touched on, Teresa, is the fact that if you're even thinking about wanting to purchase a home, if you're even thinking about wanting to book a vacation in this area, waiting is not the answer.
No, if you see something, you should definitely go ahead and move forward.
Yeah.
Because waiting for that right property to come along, you might be waiting for a long time.
Right.
And the way prices are going too, I mean, they just keep going up.
Prices are going up, and I know within our own company, we've had 13 or either 14 different properties change hands over less than a year. And that's with folks that are selling and new owners coming in, and things along that line. So I see that part, that truly now is the time for individuals that are truly looking to purchase a home. They need to get busy looking at that. And if you're really looking at wanting to come down, no matter what company you stay with or where you want on this area, don't wait, because it's not going to be there.
So what about the rental prices? Are they going up, or
They've
I'm sure they're probably
increased.
following
They
now.
really have. If you look at a summary of what's going on in the market, Teresa, honestly, they're jumping 12 to 13 to 14% ahead of
Wow.
last year. And that's cultivating and being looked at just like you talked about in the real estate side. I mean, homes that were one price last year, you know, you've seen it more so than anybody, have truly jumped again. And it's where the top is, I don't know, because of, I think, the press that's this area has got, the attraction of it, gosh, everything around us that has this area has to offer.
Well, Steve, it sounds like buying a vacation rental property is probably a very good investment here on 30A. So if you're looking for a vacation rental property, you know I can help you with that. And you can always reach me at Teresa Turner at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Beach Properties of Florida. And my number is, you can always text me or call me at 850-933-7899. And if you want to reach Steve about managing your vacation rental property or booking a vacation rental property, you can always contact Steve at sandersbeachrentals.com. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you here at the beach, and talk to you soon. Bye now.
Thank you.